Despite the love for apples by many, only a few people grow them because of the unfavorable climate. The norm has been that apples grow best in temperate areas. Well, this is being turned on its head by researchers at the Mukono Zonal Agricultural Research Development Institute. We visited the farm in May when the fruits were small. A month later, it's a different story. Are they doing so well in these midland areas anyway? Have you discovered that?
We are trying. And I think I will not answer that question. Just look and see. What is your observation? You can see that there is something. It's promising.
Yes, that it is. Apples are known to grow in temperate climates, and in Uganda, they're mainly grown in Kabale, where the sister institute to this research center is situated.
We brought 6 varieties of apples to try them in this mid-altitude zone.
Even when grown below the required 1,200 meters above sea level, the fruit has been seen to equally do well like in highland areas. Each tree on average gives off 500 fruits.
Generally, the season has been very bad, very dry. Otherwise, I was expecting about 800 or so. Because every year it goes on increasing.
Golden dosettes, which derive their name from their color, grow as well as their counterparts in temperate climates.
It is more resistant to pests. And here it is the most yielding in this area. And even it is sweet.
They are early growers, considering the period from flowering to fruiting.
The majority of these varieties which we have here are 4 months. But we have only 2 varieties which mature at 3 months.
Known as Anna, this variety, even without fertilizers, has managed to thrive and grow big fruits. It's hardy even in bad climate conditions. In a week's time, they will be ready for harvest against other varieties such as Dalmena, Winter Banana, James Grieve and Gloucester, which have about 2 more months. Some like the James Grieve and Winter Banana varieties that are not doing particularly well will, however, produce big fruits. But there will be few, especially for the James Grieve.
It grows very wild. So if you don't prune it, then you get nothing. In fact, we have tried to cut it down.
Grass competes with young trees for available water and nutrients. This can significantly reduce tree growth and productivity. Because of the soils here, the trees are mulched from time to time.
So this mulch, as you can see, is very dry. And these trees, as I told you, they are from temperate lands, where it is not as dry as this. So we try to mulch so that we keep the moisture in the soils.
A clear display that indeed no climatic condition is to stand in the way. And for the hardest part, winter, when the leaves need defoliation, the researchers have a solution.
End of February or March, beginning of March, you remove the leaves. So the plant will think now it is winter. So after winter, it will sprout.
They are induced to flower.
Hectic, but you have to remove every plant, you remove all the leaves.
When this is not done, the tree's system will react to the fact that it is in a wrong environment and it will not flower. I love the way they think that it's winter.
Because they are in their home area. Yeah. In their home area, they shed during winter.
Now, these researchers have proven that indeed the apples can grow in just about any sort of environment as long as they are properly managed. You don't have to say anymore that the weather is a limiting factor in growing apples in Uganda. In fact, it's made easier by the trees which grow for no more than 2 years. They come grafted because from seed it can take up to 7 years.
Yeah, this was the grafting. This was the rootstock. This was the scion. If I have a rootstock of apples and I get a branch of golden rosette and I graft, I will get golden rosette. If I brought one from Dalmena and I put here, I will get Dalmena. What matters is this. You want something for money, and then we want it to wait for 7 years. When you graft, it is the parts of the plant that differ, but it should be the same plant.
For these researchers, however, the sale hasn't been that smooth, especially with pests and diseases.
The most dangerous disease is apple scab, because it affects the leaves and also the fruits themselves. We have also the human pest, because if you don't guard, you will not get anything. You have to guard against birds and the monkeys. Then you have also to have an input of chemicals to control, like this disease I've shown you, the apple scab. We have the powdery mildew and leaf rust, like this one. We have this disease. It starts like a small dot, then it goes on eating the fruit until the whole thing rots.
And as the saying goes, it takes only one rotten apple to spoil the lot. But if you survive the diseases and pests, you'll come out as a winner.
Let me wash my hands. I give you something and you taste.
And can venture into value addition. At this research institute, they have started making apple jam.
You see, apples not stick. We add some mangoes, because in mangoes there is an element called pectin. That is something which binds the thing together, a bit sticky.
So start thinking of having an apple tree in your compound, and when you run out to buy one or eat seeds, the least of your worries should be the climate.
Let me do you a favor.
Favor, very much appreciated and totally chewed. Florence Nalimba, NTV, Ecotook.